Hi, Taurus. I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your February 2025 general tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of February. We have a lot going on, Taurus, as this is this continuation of January of lots of momentum around endings, moving into this Piscean time. This Aquarius energy is going to move into Pisces, which we will have a stellium of planets, including the North Node in Pisces. So we will have Venus and Neptune conjunct in Pisces in February. We will have Jupiter direct as well as Mars direct in the month of February. We will also have Venus entering Aries. The Mercury and the Sun will move into Pisces, and we will have Mercury conjunct Saturn in Pisces. So really big movement of energy into endings, but also spiritually connecting to where is it that you need to let go of what's no longer working. If you haven't already taken a look at those mid-January through mid-February career tarot readings, I will leave a link below, or you can visit my homepage at Scorpio Soul Time. Okay, let's get going. First week of the month finds you already with the Five of Swords, Taurus. My goodness, it's a way to start off the month. And the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Second week of February finds you with the Three of Swords in reverse, hopefully healing from whatever this situation is, and Five of Cups. My goodness. All right, so you already have two fives on the ground in the reverse. Third week finds you with the Death card, needing to let go and release with that scorpionic energy, Taurus, as well as the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. Last week of the month finds you with another Five of Pentacles in the reverse, as well as the Empress major arcana card. So you have two major arcanas on the ground here with the Empress and the Death card. Ace of Pentacles is beautiful to see, but you do have quite a few fives, which is interesting because it means you all have some kind of strife or differences of opinion with other people going on here, Taurus. So let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send my Taurians a card representing the energy that they bring out of January into February. And you have the Five of Swords. So Spirit is really talking to you with these fives. You have the Five of Swords here, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. So during January, many of you all Taurians could have had some conversations, words with people that have not gone in the way that you were hoping. Mental games possibly being played. This could be at your job. This could also be in your community. I do think that there is still like a lot of stress, especially in America, over the political environment. But I do think that many people are having stressful mental conversations with other people. And I do think that if this is at your job, or if this is somewhere like in your community that you're able to take a step back towards, this would be the time to do so. I do think though it's going to be difficult with Piscean energy, because Pisces is that more emotionally, spiritually connected energy. And it's like if people aren't spiritually connected, they are not going to probably vibe with you. So I do think, Taurus, this is going to be a time of you trying to figure out who it is you need to pull away from and not continue that energy, okay? Spirit, if you can send my Tauruses a oracle message for the month of February. If I can get this card off. Okay. Protection Guardian. Look at that gorgeous card. And it says, drop your shields. So I think this is interesting, especially after we talked about all of the strife, conversations that maybe you're not getting along with other people. Your spirit guide is telling you, drop your shield, Protection Guardian. So this definitely could be in these conflict conversations. Are you holding up too much of a defense? Are you defensive right out the bat when someone starts talking to you? Do you already feel like, or do you already seem like maybe you have a chip on your shoulder, like you're already in like combative mode? Keep an eye on that, Taurus, because that definitely is not going to get you where you want. And this protection guardian is letting you know you are protected. You don't have to be so defensive. And so I think that that's a interesting energy for you all, Taurus, because you aren't usually a combative sign in terms of, unless someone like gets in your way. Okay, so the fixed signs can be a little like territorial. So we'll keep that in mind, right? So let's keep going through each of the weeks of the month. Let me grab some water. Okay, Taurus, so we start off here February 1st with Venus conjunct Neptune at 27 degrees of Pisces. This could be karmic and soul-searching beginnings. And I do think February 3rd, when Mercury in Aquarius trines Jupiter in Gemini, there could be conversations going on here, possibly with your boss, possibly with someone who is in power. It does feel like, though, many of you all have put something on hold. That's what I just heard. Something has been put on hold in order to make the group happy. So if you are someone who maybe at your job or in your family, there's someone who had their own business or someone who had something going here, but there was communication breakdown in the group. Maybe this is in the family. Maybe this was you and colleagues. Maybe you decided to pull back on a project that a group was working on. There's something here where you were feeling like you were almost like the sacrificial lamb, like you took one for the team, yet you never got credit for it. There's something here where you're very defensive. And I do think that February, let's see, where is it when Chiron? February 3rd, when Mars in Cancer retrograde squares Chiron in Aries, watch your temper, try not to trigger others. I do think that that could come up during that first week of February. Now, I do think, Taurus, one of the more positive signs of your reading here is that it starts off a bit stressful, but it looks like once you can get rid of all of that baggage that you no longer need, whether you're leaving a group of people or you just have a shift in mindset, by the time you are ending the month, it looks a lot better. So that's really good to see. Okay, so when we get to, let's see, February 4th, Jupiter goes direct in Gemini. Venus enters Aries also on the 4th. Now, by the time we get to the 9th, the Sun conjunct Mercury in Aquarius. This is conversations in groups and figuring out where you really want to be amongst the group. Right here, it looks like you are feeling better. You're no longer stressed about or only focusing on what is going wrong. You start having a shift of mindset and realizing maybe you don't need to be so defensive. And this is a sign of healing with Three of Swords in reverse. So these are both actually positive when in the reverse, because you're no longer feeling that Five of Cups of only focusing on the negative, that Three of Swords of mentally feeling threatened. So I do feel like by the time you move to possibly the 12th of February, when we have that Leo full moon, maybe culminations could come out at that time where someone comes and apologizes, or you go and apologize. Remember that protection guardian saying, drop your shields. Maybe you realize you've been very standoffish. There's something here, Taurus, where you're feeling like maybe I need to extend an olive branch. Okay. And I do think by time we are moving into the third week of February, this is when we now have Mercury entering Pisces on the 14th, and the Sun enters Pisces on the 18th. Now, I do think that you all are having some type of great news coming in by the time you get to the end of February. This could be an extension of a offer. This could be a job offer. It could be a client who comes to you and wants to hire you. There's something here, though, that you are letting go of what wasn't serving you back here in January, up here in the first few weeks of February. There's something here where you're now feeling so much better about dropping those unwanted colleagues or relationships, or you're realizing they weren't going anywhere, and so you have bowed out. There's something here where you are letting go of your defenses, and you will see some type of financial gain or money news possibly by the end of February. So that is really nice to see. And this could also happen when Mars moves direct in Cancer on the 23rd, where people are starting to feel like they have some type of forward motion, possibly emotional energy working through that. But I do think by the time you get to the last weeks of February and into March, we now have Mercury conjunct Saturn in Pisces. So this could bring up limitations, but it also could be at this Pisces new moon on the 27th of February. You could be starting some brand new phase of your life. The Empress card is one of fertileness, being able to create something. And I do think that some of you could be starting a new job by the time you move into March, no longer feeling like you're being pulled down or stressed out by your financial circumstances. And I do think that this Empress card, by the time you move into March, we will have Venus moving retrograde in Aries on the 1st. Mercury enters its retrograde shadow also on the 1st, and then we will have Sun in Pisces squaring Jupiter in Gemini on the 2nd. So there's a lot of buildup here up until March, and I do think you all are taking advantage of that here at the end of February. So Taurus, I think that overall you all have some conversations to have with yourself around the people that you spend your daily life with. There's something here where group dynamics has to shift, and in order to do that, you're going to have to let go of some important themes in your life. I think you're going to have to drop your shields, like your oracle message said. And I do think by the time you end the month, something comes in here between this Ace and that Empress of good news. So I'm glad to see that for you. So Taurus, I hope this was helpful for you. Drop me a comment below. Let me know, what are you looking forward to in the month of February, and I'll talk to you later.